Let me ask you something. When was the last time you looked something up in a physical encyclopedia, or waited 3 days for a letter to arrive instead of just sending a text? Probably can't remember. And that is exactly the point. I grew up in the 1970s and 80s. And if you weren't there, let me paint you a picture. No internet, no smartphones, no Google. If you wanted information, you went to the library, checked out a book, and hoped the answer was in there. Our main windows to the world were the television and the newspaper. That was it. I was fortunate. I had friends who had computers early. I was exposed to programming, to the idea that machines could talk to each other. But that was rare. I was in the minority. Most people had no idea what any of that even meant. Then the mid-1990s arrived, and everything changed. The internet went public. It was slow, it was clunky. By today's standards, it was laughably primitive, but it was the first crack in a dam that was about to break. Suddenly, information that used to take days to find was available in seconds. The world started calling it the information age, and it was just getting started. Some people dismissed it, said it was a fad, a trend that would fade out just like every other trend before it. And those people got left behind because the internet didn't slow down. It accelerated. Personal computers went from luxury items to household appliances. Broadband replaced dial-up. E-commerce replaced the catalog. Email replaced the fax machine. And then in the middle of the 2000s, the smartphone arrived. The rest, as they say, is history. I watched the information age arrive, get dismissed, explode, and become the foundation of modern life. I have seen firsthand what happens when a paradigm shifts, and what happens to the people who refuse to shift with it. And right now, I am watching it happen again. The information age is ending. I know that sounds dramatic, but stay with me. We are transitioning into something new. Some people call it the attention age. Others call it the experience age. Me? I'm in the camp that calls it what I think it actually is, the intelligence age or the age of AI. We already have cars that drive themselves. We have devices that anticipate what we want before we ask. We have AI systems that can write, analyze, create, and reason at a level that was science fiction when I was growing up. This very video is evidence of that. And we are on the verge of humanoid robots working in the stores where we shop, the restaurants where we eat, and eventually in our homes. I'll be honest with you, that is a little unsettling. I won't pretend otherwise. But here's what I know from having lived through the last paradigm shift. The people who got scared and retreated didn't stop the change. They just missed it. The people who leaned in, who got curious, who learned, who adapted, those are the ones who came out ahead. So I choose to use AI. Not because someone told me to, not because it's trendy, because I've seen this movie before, and I know how it ends for the people who look away. And here's where I want to be direct, because this is important. This change is going to come faster than the last one, much faster. The shift from the industrial age to the information age took decades. The shift we are in right now is moving at a pace that will catch most people completely off guard. There are businesses today still running on industrial age thinking. There are colleges still teaching frameworks that were already outdated before the students even enrolled. And the people clinging to those ideas, I don't say this to be harsh, but they are the ones who will be left behind this time. Jobs that millions of people depend on will change. Some will disappear faster than anyone expects. The job market of 10 years from now will look nothing like the job market today. This is already happening. Now, I'm actually studying for a college degree right now, so I am not saying education doesn't matter. I'm saying the reason you pursue education matters. I'm doing it because I want to, because I'm genuinely curious and I want to grow. Not because a degree is the key to a career the way it might have been for my generation. That equation is changing. The smart ones are adapting, the not so smart ones are clinging, and real estate is no different. I don't think real estate agents are going away. I want to be clear about that. But agents who refuse to evolve, agents who are still doing things exactly the way they were done 20 years ago, those agents are going to find themselves increasingly irrelevant. Not immediately, but it's coming, like it or not. This reality is the reason I built OfferIQ. I use AI every single day in my practice. Claude, Gemini, ChatGPT. I'm certified in all of them. I use these tools to analyze offers, study market data, identify seller motivation signals, and build the OfferIQ strength score, a personalized 0 to 100 analysis of a buyer's offer that I personally review for every client, not generated by a machine and emailed out, reviewed by me, informed by the best technology available. And for sellers, we built ListIQ, a system that gives sellers all the data they need to make smarter decisions about pricing, timing, and strategy. I'm proud of what we've built, but I already know it needs to evolve. We are already working on things I'm not ready to talk about publicly yet that are genuinely mind-blowing. When the time is right, you'll hear about them here first. Here's what I want to leave you with. I've watched two paradigm shifts in my lifetime. I know what they feel like from the inside. I know the excitement. I know the discomfort. I know the temptation to dismiss what you don't understand. And I know what it costs to get it wrong. We are at the beginning of something significant. What comes next is going to be remarkable and challenging and unlike anything we've seen before. I don't know exactly what it looks like. Anyone who claims to know precisely is guessing. But I know change is coming. I know it's coming fast. And I know that the people and businesses that choose to embrace it thoughtfully, strategically, with their clients' best interest at heart, those are the ones who will still be standing when the dust settles. Me and my team will never waver from that commitment. We are going to keep bringing the most forward-thinking tools we can find to the buyers and sellers we serve, and to the agent partners who trust us to help them compete. The age of AI is here, and we are ready for it. If you want to learn more about how OfferIQ is using AI to give buyers and sellers a real edge in today's market, head over to OfferIQnow.com. And if you found value in this video, subscribe. There is a lot more coming. Thank you, and we will talk to you next time.